Today is a very winter London day. Very cold, very rainy, very grey. Don't mind my hair. I just got out of the shower. I am getting ready to go out because past week has been very anxiety filled. I am a very anxious person in general, but sometimes my anxiety is way more heightened than other times. This week was one of those times, and it's been a bit of a whirlwind, but I'm very lucky because I'm very well supported by my community, which I'm always thankful for. I've been working pretty hard trying to find a job, trying to figure myself out. Today, I'm very excited because I'm going to the Tate Britain and I'm gonna go see the Lee Miller exhibition. She's such an incredible artist and amazing photographer, and I'm just so stoked about this exhibition. I've heard really good things about it, and I think when I feel this way, what really helps me get back into my creative mindset is always being exposed to creativity, to art, to things that inspire me. Our home currently is pretty full. I'm cat sitting a cat, as you know, but we're also taking in one of our friends who currently needs a home. So it's been a very full house, and I've definitely, how do I say, living with two other beings when you thought it would just be you and your partner is obviously more than I had anticipated. I'm not saying that I dislike it. I actually have been really enjoying it. I'm a very independent person and I get a lot of social anxiety sometimes. Being constantly around beings sometimes makes me feel a bit overwhelmed. So I think I just need to think about something else. Be away from the space. I think changing around space is very important. I don't feel like recently I've done the things that I love about London, like going out to exhibitions, and there's been so many exhibitions I've been meaning to see and so many that I missed just because it just didn't work out with my schedule, my timing. Last night was a full moon, but not only, it was also a super moon. It was a pretty rough day yesterday. I definitely felt the superpower of the super moon, and I think today I just need to unwind, reflect. I'm really excited to spend some time writing and journaling today and walking around, because walking is like the one thing that really helps to clear my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready and then we can head out. Whoever's a believer in the universe, raise your hand, because today has been a crazy day for me. I feel like I have been surrounded by magic, and not necessarily in the best ways, because I think that once you accept magic, then you also have to confront a lot of darkness. Not necessarily pink light fairy dust, but rather what I described to my best friend as digging through mud to find the fairy dust. It hasn't really been the easiest few days, and today wasn't really that easy either. I had so much anxiety this morning, and then the craziest things kept happening to me. I spoke to the universe in my own way, and then went into a charity shop, found a blazer that I've been looking for over 2 weeks now, and was greeted by a woman who made me realize that the universe was listening to me. The way that she spoke to me, the things that she said resonated with the things that I spoke to the universe about. It might sound crazy. It doesn't feel crazy to me. It feels like it's right. And then I found a sweater that I bought 4 years ago when I moved to London. I donated that sweater a year later after I had bought it, meaning 3 years ago from now. And today I walk into a charity shop and I find the sweater that I donated 3 years ago. I gave that sweater to a charity shop in Shoreditch and I was in the West End. So the stars are definitely sending me some sort of message. So anyway, all that to say, it's been a crazy day. A bit of a draining one actually. I feel very emotional. I'm learning that my hypersensibility is not a fault of mine and actually something to embrace. That's what I'm learning in therapy. So I'm putting my learnt lessons to the test. But yeah, crazy day. I realized last night when I went to bed that I actually never spoke about the exhibition that I saw yesterday. It was absolutely incredible. Her story, her images, her visions, they all mind-boggled me. It was truly a powerful archive of work. And what I found particularly interesting was at the end, in the last room, the descriptive text explained that Lee Miller was so deeply affected by the war that she actually denied that she still had all those pictures. If you don't know, Lee Miller photographed the war, and initially her work wasn't centered around war. You can see her evolution from her interest in more abstract pieces to portraiture to then documentary photography during the war, and those were her final works. And apparently she just denied that she had those works because she was so traumatized and affected by what she saw that she didn't want to uncover what she had seen. And when she passed away, we discovered that she still actually had all these pictures, and it was just such a powerful thing to learn about. And there are definitely rooms that I couldn't go into because she took some pretty shocking images from the war, and granted, those are things that should be taught, seen, understood. I decided to stay clear from seeing images that would linger in my brain and make me even more anxious. So I did that for my personal sanity, but I did have a glimpse of a few, and wow, it was incredible. Anyway, today is supposed to be a really beautiful day, so I am gonna bike downtown and I am gonna run a few errands because there are a few things that I've been meaning to do. So we're gonna do that and you're gonna come along, per usual. Let's go. Sitting in a park and I am trying to combat my fear of speaking to a device in public with a mini mic because it's way scarier than you think. But I'm just trying to practice exposure therapy because I don't think people really care. As a matter of fact, I know they do not care. I feel more judged by the pigeons than the people right now. So I guess that says a lot. I had a lovely, quaint little morning. I went to my favorite art store in not the world, because my favorite art store in the world is actually in Tokyo. But I did go to my favorite art store in London, and it's the complete opposite of the one in Tokyo because the one in Tokyo is 17 floors. I think it's 17. And the one here is a tiny little shop, but it is so cozy and packed with everything that you need. So, wow, a pigeon was like flying. I should feel very sorry for pigeons because they were literally domesticated by us and we think that they're gross. How sad is that? Anyway, I'm about to go home because I am starving and it's 2 p.m. I'm gonna go get some lunch. Bye.